I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting. I decided to give it a...
What now? Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency. About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up. About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best belly pock floozy. That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio. A variety of liquor bottles, all empty.
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs? Thanks, but I've already got a glassful. Hey, I'm still drinking that.
I didn't need to sit. It was time for action.
Hey! Leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
Sorry. I turned the thermostat down again.
Oh, you! Get down from there, it's private.
Oh, sorry. It was a shaky old elevator that would once have lifted goods between the floors. Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
Oh, what do you want? You're supposed to be sprawled naked on that rug with the family jewels out.
Yeah, well, about that. Could I just ask you a couple of questions first?
Blow me. A model who's shy and chatty. It must be my birthday.
Yeah, about this naked...
Oh, what's up? Afraid of the shrinking effects of a cold warehouse?
No, it's just...
First time? A little embarrassed? Well, if it helps, we can all get naked.
No, definitely not.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Let the monkey see the nuts.
We had a saying in the Stobart family. If a job's worth doing, then do it with your pants on. But I thought you were a restorer, but you're working on this painting from scratch.
Well, yeah. Look, Some clients want a painting that they don't own, restored from scratch, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Don't worry, Sunshine. Ignorance is bliss.
Do you know a Russian called Medovsky?
You know Medovsky?
Everyone in the London art scene knows Medovsky.
And everyone in the London art scene who likes their kneecaps knows when to keep their trap shut.
Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years. The stereo was switched off. Adjusting the volume wasn't going to make any difference. I turned the volume up a few notches. I turned the volume down again. Hobbs seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams.
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont. Oh, my. You're...
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself en pelotas. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on lavender.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life, in every way. How about another whiskey?
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do. Wary of any more life-changing surprises, I decided against exploring behind the screen. I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring. I didn't need to sit.
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heating.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
I'd turned the thermostat up as far as it'd go. I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage. That wouldn't have worked. That wouldn't work. How about another whiskey?
That's smashing. Pour away.
Sorry, forgot. A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Wheresoever a bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
Do you know anything about a stolen painting called La Malédiction?
Oh, is this another of your adventures, George? How delicious. My heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Mum's the word, Georgie.
Can you keep a secret, Lady Piermont?
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
You see that portfolio by Hobbs's table? We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart. Just give me the nod and I'm putty in your hands.
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Young men, George. So many have lost their way. I try to guide them best I can.
I knew she wouldn't be. What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
How about a shot of this, Lady Piermont?
Oh, no, dear. I don't touch the stuff. Reminds me of husband number 5. Or was it 6? Terrible bore, anyway. I'm strictly a gin girl. Ice and a slice and a whiff of tonic.
That's all for now. I'd better not touch the thermostat again. I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring. I didn't need to sit. It was time.
Oi, Yank! I can hear you on those stairs again. Get down!
Sorry. If I was going to take a look up there, I'd have to do something about those squeaky stairs.
Oi, Yank! I can hear you on those stairs again. Get down!
Sorry. If I was going to take a... That was never going to happen. Wary of any more life-changing surprises, I decided against exploring behind the screen. Hobbs had loosely sketched a young couple and an elderly lady sitting next to an overturned picnic basket. The three characters were naked. Behind them, two men in suits were chatting. I turned the volume up a few notches. A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
That's all for now. So how are we going to peek inside that folder?
Perhaps your lady friend over there could help.
Lady Piermont? Well, she has many, assets, but subtlety isn't one of them.
Who said anything about subtlety? We need to distract Hobbs. Well, she's certainly distracted. No, excuse me, but you're casting a shadow.
I had no need to walk out onto the balcony. A variety of liquor bottles, all empty. Hobbs. A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you.
Anything else you can tell me about Mr. Hobbs?
My lips are bound by discretion, sweet boy.
Lady Piermont wasn't going to tell me anything useful. We're still trying to figure out a way to distract Hobbs and take a look in that portfolio. It was clear that Lady Piermont knew nothing about my Benedict seal. What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie, not much.
Would you like a sniff of this?
I'd rather not. Gives me 70s flashbacks.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much.
That's all for now. Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs. All right, man. Hobbs was really low. Nope, I needed to try something else. Really? I only had a... Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
What the hell's that?